Hey guys, this is Whyt here with a new video, and in this video we're going to be talking about Apple Black's world setting. Just for those who don't know, I'm the creator of Apple Black, published and serialized on Saturday AM. You can read the first 4 chapters of Apple Black free, or you can purchase Apple Black Volume 1 with the first 9 chapters. You can check out Saturday AM and all the other cool comics we have on there, Clock Striker, Bully Eater, Saigami, and more. We're a bi-weekly, digitally diverse anthology comic magazine that features several interesting comics. A good video, just so you don't get lost, is the What is Apple Black Manga About video that I did before this. So if you watch that and you come to this one, you probably catch on. But either way, if you just watch just this, you should be fine. The links you could possibly need will be in the description below. So hopping right in, we're starting off with the map of Eden, but before I go into more detail, I call it the Anaximan map of Eden. And that's because there are several maps of Eden, but this is the first map of Eden, so it's very simplified in that nature. And the reason why I call it the Anaximan map of Eden, because Anaximander was the first ancient Greek to draw a map in the known world. So it's kind of like I'm basically naming this map after the Greek. So in the future we might get more complicated, complex maps, but this is the first map ever drawn of Eden, at least according to my comic, and it was drawn by the first ever person to draw a map in my comic, Anaximan, which is just named after Anaximander. Ah, you're smart, you get it. After black was discovered, the substance that turned humans into sorcerers, different tribes showed different abilities and specialties. And then the already existing conflicts between tribes just escalated because now they have superpowers. The Ebony Peak War was won between tribes for superiority over the other. The war resulted in several casualties and in some cases the complete extinction of some tribes. Due to the high casualty rate, a peace treaty was brokered to form the Eden continent and its new regime, splitting the land into 6 countries recognized by the new government. The 6 Eden countries are the capital, Siren, Alexis, Black Bottom Islands, where our characters reside, Flurry Crockett, Magnoland, and Utah. Most sorcerers from tribes near extinction or extinct who disagreed with the new treaty overall, or Eden's distribution of the power, land, and the new laws, formed rebellions against the new regime. Black was found on an island, Bermuda, and had the ability not only to affect humans giving off powers and effects of sorcery, but it also affected all living things around it, like plants and animals, and in some cases, black caused mutation in living things affected by it. Now that black is extinct, many have traveled to Bermuda in search of more black, but no one has ever been known to return. So like I said in the What is Apple Black Manga About video, black is such a valuable item, and you have people doing anything to get it, even if it means going to places where they're almost guaranteed to never return. In this case, Bermuda, which is obviously getting inspiration and influence from the actual stories of the Bermuda Island, and you can see that here on the map. Regarding all the sorcerers who say have formed rebellions, as you can see here, they're just people who are rebelling against the new regime because they feel, either they feel they've been left out or they feel they've been cheated with this new setting, and they're rebelling against it, and that kind of like makes way for a lot of characters within that space who would have that kind of mindset, and maybe they have other personal goals beyond that, as you will see in Apple Black Volume 2. So that kind of explains how the world was split and how it was founded. But then you have Black Bottom Island, which is at the upper left, where our characters reside, and which is where we are currently in the comic, and that's where our main characters are right now. And as you can see, the shape of it is actually inspired by Nigeria's shape, the map of Nigeria and how that's shaped, which is where I'm from. So with regards to the ranks and how the officers are ranked in Eden, they're called cloaks. And I'll go into further detail right now. So each Eden country is led by one sorcerer of Heart Dark Lord rank. These Heart Dark Lords have help from 4 other Dark Lords, each running 5 fellowships for their respective diverse countries. There are 5 fellowships in the country. The first handles the recruiting of new sorcerers and politics. The second fellowship is in charge of security and defense. The third fellowship controls warfare. The fourth fellowship deals with development in science and technology. And finally, the fifth fellowship is in charge of healthcare. So basically, each country has 5 Dark Lords, and one of those Dark Lords is the Heart Dark Lord. That's the head Dark Lord in a way, and they all have their respective duties. There's a rank for Overlord, which is one that would lead the whole Eden continent as a whole. The Overlord will reside in the capital in Siren. Even though Siren has its own fellowships and its Dark Lords, it also has an additional Plague X High Cloaks, which is kind of like a super special ops. Plague X High Cloaks, 10 strong, highly respected sorcerers in the unit. Plague X all answer to the Overlord in the Eden capital, Siren, and they are primarily sent out on highly classified special missions. These sorcerers are also known as X-Lords. We already talked about the Heart Dark Lords, talked about the Dark Lords, and then you have Lords that are assistants to the Dark Lords, and then you have a Cloak, who is just a sorcerer recognized by Eden with a badge and a literal cloak. So these cloaks are what I call the officers of Eden. Individual countries may also form special ops teams for their own various reasons. Officers of Eden often wear a piece of clothing with a hood. Certain cloaks, as in the piece of clothing, may have abilities. An example of this would be invisibility cloaks. Invisibility cloaks help hide a sorcerer's signature impulse and visual presence, and you can clearly see the inspiration from Harry Potter. In time, we will see characters with cloaks that can do more than just invisibility, or can do several different things other than invisibility. An example would be, say, a cloak of flight. So it would just be a cloak that allows you fly, or a cloak of death. Imagine what that can do, etc., etc., etc. I don't want to give away too much in this video. The bounty system in this world, the bounty service in this world, knows no regime. They answer to no one. So basically, you can have a bounty on your head regardless of whether you're a rebel or a cloak. If it has good value, then there's probably a bounty on it. Just imagine what the bounty is for Black, or Apple Black. In a future video, I'll go into more detail about more stuff with, say, the power system within Apple Black, so y'all stay tuned for that. Again, the purpose of these videos are just to kind of get people who aren't familiar with my comic, or here and there, to really know what it's about and try to get into it without me giving out any major spoilers or spoilers at all. I still want majority of the story and the series to be experienced through the books, or if ever an animation. So the next video will be on like the power system. Then after that, I'll touch on like the wands and the orbs. Now, to keep this video visually pleasing, you can see me draw, sketch, ink, and use Copic markers to finish off Chapter 14's cover. Chapter 14 being called Blueprint, and this is 14 from Volume 2. And here you can see all the lords of Black Bottom Island in this image. Now, I've done this drawing before in the past, like in 2009, and you can also like look and compare and see my evolution and improvement as an artist creating Apple Black, which I think is pretty cool because you can see some of the redesigns for some of the characters and things of that nature. And I thought to show you guys that, and because I think it's fun to look at. And you can also see that I've been working on this comic for quite a while. Don't forget to like this video so I know you guys like these kinds of videos, so I keep doing them. Leave a comment if you have any questions. Don't forget to subscribe because I have more coming. Please hit that bell so you stay notified each time I upload a video. Don't forget to check out Apple Black and Saturday AM, as Apple Black Volume 2 is coming out really, really soon. All the links to anything you could possibly need will be in the description below. And yeah, it's Whyt Manga, and I'm out.